This video is sponsored by Dragon Slayers Credentialing and Consulting and Ask Fred.
Hey guys, it's Cyrus of Chaos. Today I'm here with something a little bit unusual. A friend of mine asked me for a recommendation for a smartwatch, but as you can see, I don't wear a smartwatch. He wanted to know about a smartwatch not just for fencing, but also for fencing related activities like working out in the gym and doing sprints and things. So I figured I would poll my followers on Instagram and see what their opinions were. So today we're just going to go through some of those comments, and you can see a few of them on the screen right now. So I think 17 people said that they used Apple Watch, 11 said that they used Garmin, 7 said they used Whoop, if that's how it's pronounced. 2 said that they used Fitbit, but I can already tell you that I wouldn't recommend that based on those comments because several people, not just in the question sticker, but also DM'd me that Fitbit charger was a bit of an issue and always stopped working after a couple of months, at most like a year. And I personally, from my experience with Fitbit, know that there are different chargers for every single device, so getting a replacement for that charger can be kind of a pain. But going through these, the first 2 comments on the bottom both say that the Apple Watch is good, but it breaks really easily. And I have had comments like that from people in all 3 weapons. So it's not just an infighting thing that could happen in foil or epee, like it can happen in saber quite easily as well. So this person just says that watches are uncomfortable in general when you're wearing a fencing jacket, and that is also true. As we go through, there are a couple of random things like the Forerunner, which one person would make a comment about, but then I would never see that one again. A lot of people said that they liked Apple Watches. A couple people asked me if I could post the results of this, but since it's in sticker form, that would be difficult without doing some kind of video. So Garmin, well, actually, let's go back a little bit to Whoop. So a couple people said they really like the Whoop product, but that it's a little bit pricey, not just because the device itself is pricey, but because you actually also have to pay an annual subscription fee for it. And based on how much you want out of the product, that fee can be quite expensive. So yeah, a few people mentioned how expensive that was. And this person says the Garmin is great and does not have the subscription model, which is good if you just want to buy something once and be done with it, which, I mean, who doesn't want to do that? Let's see what else. Fitbit 5 is great for fencing and gym and day-to-day in general. That's another one for Fitbit, although again, it's a little bit difficult to find a charger that works consistently for it. This person said that their thing got stabbed and broke. So if you do want to use a smartwatch to track your workouts, it might be a good idea based on the number of comments saying that they had something break, that you just use it for tracking your workouts outside of fencing and not specifically once you've got your stuff on. This person says that another person who said that Garmin is really good for cardio, but not necessarily for the gym. Niraj Suresh says he has an Apple watch and that he likes it because when he does the same things across workouts, it consistently gives him the same number of calories, which is good. You know, it's not necessarily just like randomly making the numbers up, but he also says that there's no way you burn 2,000 calories in 2 hours of fencing, which in saber fencing, maybe. I still doubt it, but in epee fencing, yeah, probably not. What else? There was one person who mentioned a random kind of watch that was never mentioned again that said that it had a fencing setting and was pretty cheap. I'm trying to find that now. This one. Xiaomi Smart Band is actually cheap but functional, and there's a fencing setting. So based on looking at the results of all these things, I'm not sure that there is like necessarily a better or worse option. It sounds like in general, it's not good to have this while you're fencing because of the risk of breaking it. And as one person said, turning it into an extremely expensive bracelet. But If you have the money and you're interested in getting a Whoop, that might be good, but you do have to pay recurring payments on it. Another thing that I haven't mentioned yet is I myself am an Apple user, and I know that all the Apple products integrate really well together. So with all other things being equal, you may as well just get an Apple Watch, because that integrates well with Apple technology if you have an Apple device. Probably the same thing would be the case with the Pixel Watch or the Galaxy Watch or whatever it's called. But I think in general, there isn't really a right answer. The most people have said that they use Apple Watch, but not everybody said that they liked it. And so, I mean, I think just go with what's in your price range, quite honestly, or you could try one of the more outside options. But yeah, that's my opinion. I can't really recommend a specific one. Just go with what's available, cheap, and comfortable. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.